And here we are.
Hey,
the pre-show for tomorrow is the Randy Zimmerman episode. We're coming on to hype it up early. So we'll cover our Kickstarter while we're at it.
yeah. Because Randy's got his new crowdfunding. He's not using Kickstarter. He's going through a different service, but
yep. So that'll be an exciting show tomorrow. So if you're watching right now, tune in tomorrow, Wednesday morning, March 6th, starting at 10 a.m. as always. So, but we are in our final moment of our Crimson Shadows Kickstarter, 41 minutes to go. And so here it is. We've broken the $4,000 mark.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So I'm going to post the link. It's in the original post there, but I'm posting it in the comments as well. So how have you been, Brett?
I'm doing good. We were at the Hall of Heroes Comic-Con this past weekend in Elkhart, Indiana.
Yeah.
And had a great time. Got to see one of our supporters, Benjamin, came out with his wife, and he brought a bunch of books we hadn't signed yet for us to sign, and had a great time. And he's looking forward to the trade. He said he had already gotten on the Kickstarter, supported that, so that's awesome.
Yeah, he's been a huge supporter for if not every single Kickstarter, almost every one. It's been a lot.
Yeah, he had all the Crimson Shadows, which was really cool. And he had like almost every cover option too, including some medals and things like that.
Right.
So it's very cool.
Yeah, he even had a rare edition, which is a one-of-one copy.
Yeah, that was really cool because I remember I think we only sold the one, maybe two, during the Kickstarter. Anyways, I
think there were two that sold, maybe three, but I think two of them sold.
I know my cover that was the one-on-one. I sold that in Colorado Springs.
That's right. Yeah, so you sold that one yourself, and then the other two were through the Kickstarter. I think I have one, and Kevin has one now.
Yep.
So it's really cool. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
This year is our 14th Kickstarter. How crazy is that?
Oh man, in 4 years, because it was 4 years ago.
Almost today.
around 4 years ago in March, that with COVID setting in, that Scott and Kevin and I talked, and about Scott and I had already been talking a little bit about what was going to become a Bardstone, and then boom, we did the first one. Paul was the first one because Kevin had that ready to go.
Yeah, it was that. I think it was Great Lakes Comic Expo, but it might have been we did a show in November, I think it was, prior.
Well, we had done the Great Lakes Comic or Expo in February. That was the last show that any of us did that year.
But I think it was the show before. Maybe it was Akron. Did Kevin go to Akron that year, 2019?
No.
Okay. Whatever show we did, it might have been Expo, but I remember us all talking. Like I was talking about Crimson Shadows, and
I think it was. I think it was Great Lakes because we were all hanging out talking a little bit there, or it was something, or it could have been somewhere else, but yeah.
So roughly 4 years ago, almost to the day here, because Great Lakes Comic Expo was just a week earlier there, so a week and a half ago now.
Yeah.
So, and this is what all the hard work has come to. Over that 4 years, we've been able to develop 4 issues with numerous variant covers of Crimson Shadows. We've also come out with Wretched Realms. We've come out with multiple Poe, 3 volumes of the Poe issues. We have a Frankenstein novel, a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde novel. We had a trading card set. We had 2 different enamel pin sets. Like we've been really busy.
Yeah.
It's funny because you get so lost in the moment for these different things, and it's when you look back and you start listing it off, it's like, holy crap, we really did do a lot. We got Eric Watkins. Congratulations, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Eric does a lot of great stuff with his comic runs too. I haven't seen Eric in forever though, because we're not hitting some of the same shows anymore.
Yeah,
not even sure what Eric's hitting anymore, but he is, and his people have done quite a few comics over the years, some good stuff. So
yeah, so we posted the link. There's our Kickstarter. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit, but I just want to let's remove that for a second.
Yeah,
we have a couple options. This here is an artist proof copy of the hardcover. The interiors are the same for both versions, but it's 198 pages, full color, and a lot of great action in here. If you have the 4 issues from before, think of this as a director's cut. All 4 issues are in here, but it's been kind of rearranged for a more chronological order to the story because I felt like when I first started putting it together, when I was reading through it, it felt too choppy.
Yeah.
The original format was really made for issue basis. So it tells a little different.
Yeah. Now, real quick.
Yep.
Everybody's been getting the individual issues. Don't fret. Those are the ones that will be worth tens of dollars as we become more and more famous. Because those are all original printed comics. So they're first editions, not reprints. So those are the ones that people will be looking for. And they're all very limited. I don't think anything goes over 100 copies for any one of the covers.
The unlimited editions, we've done 300.
300? Okay.
And I do put first print in here. So if any future runs are ever done of this, it will say second or third printing. So your issues will be marked first print. So if ever we run additionals, yours will still be, you'll be able to distinguish yours from the others. If we ever did other prints too, we would do a different cover. We would change out the cover so it wouldn't be the same cover. So we will make sure, because we are also collectors, so we understand the importance of those first issues really standing out from the rest. Yeah. So we got Kevin in the room.
Yeah. Kevin, we sent a link through Facebook Messenger. Scott did, so if you want to pop on, but otherwise, chime in here.
Kevin is the one that did this cover here for the hardcover. And then we have the soft cover edition. Unfortunately, I only have an artist proof of one of the covers, but we have 4 different covers. And when I go back to the campaign, I'll show the 4 covers. But we've got 2 different ones that I've done. Brett did one and Kevin did one as well. So we'll be showing those off when we get into the campaign page. But it's when you pick up the book, it's really impressive how much there is in here. It really makes you.
Well, it's about 160 pages of story, which I calculated out. If the average comic is about 24 pages, Kevin will love this. It is 6.66 normal issues in the.
Oh no, I got to add a page. Actually, I think the 160.
That's just story. That's not including.
But is that the 4 issues, or does that
4 issues plus the bonus pages you did?
Plus the bonus pages. So, and there are. So if you do have the 4 issues, there's 28 pages of bonus story, never before read bonus story in here. So that'll be what you want. Also, if you've read the issues, we have a bounty hunter in there that is takes on one of the vampires. He's fighting alongside the plague doctors. The Wretched Realm series, this book here has the origin story of that bounty hunter. So if you get the Wretched Realms issue 1, you'll have the backstory. I hope to add to that. It's his adventures across America fighting various cryptids and other things. He becomes kind of a haggard old bounty hunter through his travels across America. And then he ends up in England to try to collect some bounty on the Jack the Ripper case. So that's where the Wretched Realm series falls in. So very cool. Good stuff. Might as well put this back up. So I'll kind of scroll down and we'll just talk about the different sections. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do that.
See. So as you scroll down, if you're not familiar with Kickstarter, okay, you click on the link, you're going to go to this first page. Why is it moving? Oh, what's it doing? Jeez. There we go. The little roller clicked or something. When you go over to the Kickstarter, you're going to see this first little video here. You can say back this project. You click that, it'll give you the opportunity to choose a tier. Or if you scroll down, this right-hand column here has the different pledges, okay, that you can choose. And then what you could do, let's say you wanted this one. Let's say you want Brett's cover. We'll go down to Brett's. Here we go. You soft cover D. You say pledge the money, and it'll take you to the checkout. At the checkout, you can then, there's additional add-ons you can do. And we have a whole bunch of our back issues and merchandise available, t-shirts, enamel pins, trading cards, and you can customize your package. So this first screen is just simply kind of choosing which package is your best base package. And then from there, you customize it. So we have tons of stuff to choose from there. And then you just put in your information. And then once it ends here at 7, about 31 minutes here, that's when it'll hit your card. We already hit our minimum funding goal and the project's done. So there's no risk. Once this is done, we'll add up our quantities. I'm prepping the pages for our printer now. And it's just a matter of submitting the order. That's all it is.
I'm glad you say that because I talked to a gentleman over the weekend. I was asking about Kickstarters. And the first thing I said was, you need to have your project done. I think the biggest mistake I see, not just in the comics on Kickstarter, but other stuff, some things you can't. I mean, some things are, hey, we're building this new technology thing and we need the money to do that. But when it comes to art stuff or things around that, the work should be pretty much done prior to the Kickstarter, in my opinion, especially with comics. I mean, I've still got one almost 10 years now I'm waiting on. And they every once in a while will probably say, oh, we think we have a printer. I'm like, hey, I can tell you where you go. I can tell you where printers go. I think a lot of us do it. They don't have the money anymore.
Yeah, I think they spent it and it's long gone.
But the one thing that Scott and Kevin and I all said was, we want the books to be done or close to being like 90% done when we start the Kickstarter. And whatever time frame we say we will deliver in, we will either meet or exceed that. Yep. We will always under promise and over deliver is about the best way to put it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with us, it's always like, hey, the book's done. We're not now going to take the money and go and pay someone to do some work on it. We're getting all the work done ahead of time.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a learning curve to Kickstarter, and I think a lot of artists are great artists, but not great business people. Brett, Kevin, and I all actually have backgrounds in business and stuff. So we kind of take a more business-like approach to Bardstone and how we structure everything. And, we do a good job of calculating what our actual costs are for a project, taking into account shipping and rewards and all those things. So we don't accidentally, put ourselves into a ditch here. Right. So we've been very careful. We've had 13 prior ones, all successfully completed and delivered on time. Never had an issue. Like at most, it will be maybe 20% left of the project, where when we go live, there might be a little bit left, but it's always been done by the end of the Kickstarter. Yeah. So we are very diligent on that. You're putting your trust in us, and we also back other people's projects. So while we are producers of a comic series, we're also fans, and we have other friends who do this, and we've donated to different Kickstarters, and we know the frustration. Like Brett said, I also have. I wonder if we have the same one, because I've got one that I've been waiting like 10 years on, and it's never going to happen. And it's frustrating. It's like, hey, I gave you my money, and now I know you spent that a long time ago.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like the one I did was they went from, okay, we hit a certain thing, we'll do a hardcover. And they had a hard time finding a hardcover. So I'm like, well, you didn't know that ahead of time. You shouldn't have offered it.
Right.
And I even commented one time, I don't know if it's still there, but I said, just print the book. I don't care if it's hard or soft. Just get the book done.
Just print it.
they've shared some pages. Sometimes they did a little giveaway too during this thing, and I'm like, I don't want giveaways. I want the book.
Yeah.
You know. That's
Oh
what
wait, I think I know which one I think I know which one you're talking about.
yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and
But
I'm not giving their names away, or
no,
I'm not going to try to drag them through or
no,
anything like
this
that.
isn't about trashing people.
But these are people that actually have worked in the industry for many years and should know
Mhm.
better, in my opinion. So
Yeah. So, anyways, for our rewards, we have the early bird special. There's only 10 available of this set, and I did it as a quantity instead of a timeline. And so there are some of these still available. So if you want this package gives you your biggest bang for your buck, so to speak. You get your choice of soft cover. You get 3 bookmarks. You get the Frankenstein novel, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde novel, the digital editions. You get 3 metal prints, and then you also get a sketch cover drawn by me. If you want, you can also choose a sketch cover if they're not taken at the time that you ask. So I have some that I have been drawing. You can see the time lapse videos I've done. Been having fun doing that while going through this campaign and advertising it. So those are available. You get digital editions. Then you got the soft cover. So no matter which soft cover you choose, you get a bookmark with it, a metal print, and the digital copy with it as well. So that's a nice little thing. Cover B. So cover A is the one I showed with the artist proof. Cover B is an homage cover to the Captain America Annual #8. It's a iconic comic book cover where Wolverine is fighting Captain America. Cover C is Kevin's cover. Kevin is also our inker. This is his cover. I really like how this turned out with the black and white behind it and Julius in front in color and blood-soaked hands. I like how that came out. Then we also have cover D, which is Brett, who also is our series letterer. And his is an homage to the young Frankenstein poster. Movie
Frankenstein.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. I got to go back and watch it.
Yeah. There's a regional theater that's going to be doing that in October down in Adrian.
Oh, like a live play of it?
Yes.
Oh.
They did a stage. Mel Brooks created a stage version of it. And I've been wanting to see it. I don't think it's really done a national tour. It may have, but I didn't see it come around Detroit or anything. So I saw they were doing it. I was like, I got to go see that because that's one of my favorite movies. I love Mel Brooks movies, period. But of his, that one and Blazing Saddles are my 2 favorites.
Yeah, let me know when it is. I might, if I can, maybe I'll join you.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be a blast. So the places I've been to there before for other plays, musicals and that, and they do a really good job.
Sweet. The next reward is our hardcover version, as I said. So we have 5 total versions. If you want all 5, just choose one of these rewards, and then in the add-ons, you can add the other books. Now, as an add-on, you save a little bit of money because you're not getting the bonus stuff with it. So you can put together your own package there. Then we have a soft cover starter pack where you get to choose which soft cover you want. And then you get the Frankenstein and Dr. Jekyll novels as well, digital copies, etc. Hardcover starter pack, same thing. It's the hardcover versions of the 3 novels, the graphic novel and the 2 novels, I should say, along with the bonus stuff. And then these are the add-ons that I talked about. I have these artist proof sets where for every issue, I did a set of 10 artist proofs and I had them serialized by the printer. So the cover says 1 of 1, 2 of 10, or 1 of 10, 2 of 10, 3 of 10, etc. So I put together these 10 sets where all the numbers match. So you can get the number 1 set, the number 2 set, the number 3 set. So if you want the artist proof set, you can order those that way. But that's only through the add-ons. Then we have the individual copies, like I said. So if you want to buy some for presents for friends or family, feel free. You can load up however much you want through that. People who like digital copies, we sold a lot of digital editions at this set. We had like 17 or 18 digital copies sold of the graphic novel through here so far. Then here's the soft cover, hardcover versions, individual issues. You might notice, like for instance, issue 1, I only have 2 covers available because we're either sold out or almost sold out of the other covers. So quantities are running very low. So if you are thinking about doing it, this is your time to grab the back issues.
Yep.
Issue 2, same thing. One thing I did, a lot of people were able to buy like 1 cover, maybe 2 covers, but we did have a lot of covers. So what I'm doing is I did a sale price on issues 2, 3, and 4. And I pretty much did 50% off almost. They're normally $15 each. I'm doing $8 each for this time only. I've never gone this low before. So if you want to load up on variant covers just to complete your collection, grab some here because I don't think you'll ever see them this low again. This was a one-time thing just because I felt like this was such a special Kickstarter. Same here with the issue 3, the different sketch covers, or variant covers. And then we have issue 4, all the different variant covers. Then we have our other issues that we have. Wretched Realms, Legion and Justice is a book I did the colors for. Emmanuel is my Bible-based comic. We have some slab comics if you like those. T-shirts. Now you might have the original T-shirt, which is the top one here. Then Kevin came up with this I really like this design, and it's what we ended up doing for the hardcover edition of the book. So we have this as a T-shirt available. Kevin got to bring those to Great Lakes and gave us some, and they're really sharp. Let's see. So that just gives you an idea. Enamel pins, vinyl stickers, the post stuff, sketch covers. So you can go through and pick what you want through there. Let's refresh this in case anything came through. And it didn't.
Yeah. We got 21 minutes to go. Plenty of time for y'all to support it.
Yeah. So you've talked about so Brett has Boomtown.
Yes.
And you've got your different books. Now your next book, you've got issue 5 that completes your series for
right.
Is that Boomtown Scabs?
Yes, Boomtown Scabs issue number 5. That'll complete this. What I wanted to do for this first graphic novel or trade size. This is the first comic that I've done 100% on my own. I originally did them with John, and then when John passed, I did worked with Josh Warner, Kevin Lean, and then so this one I would kind of want to do on my own. It actually is as funny as other than the first issue. This is actually the first story I wrote after the first issue. I just saved it for issue 5. Because really it wasn't anything that tied in. We never really did anything tie in too much through each issue. Very slight carryover. But main thing each issue was to have its own story, so that way, knowing we're going to do them periodically, wanted people just to read them, enjoy, because mainly for kids of all ages, superhero book. So
yeah,
and I wasn't going to do an issue like I love Spider-Man and I love Spider-Man comics, but sometimes you're reading an issue, it's like, oh, it's just Peter Parker whining the whole issue. I'm tired of this. Let's get something going on, So we want something where they take out a new villain each week, kind of like I treat it like an episode of a animated show. So I get that finished up, working on that, and then I'm trying to get that done so I can have the issue available at Motor City Comic Con, and then I will, once it's done, I gotta start working on getting it ready for a trade because I want to. First issue was black and white, and I don't have all the original files. Unfortunately, John passed. His computer wasn't, I think, crashed at some point. I wasn't able to get everything off there. I got what I could, so I'm gonna have to go back and kind of redo it. See if I can redo it and then clean it up a little bit, add some color, and then probably redo the lettering just to clean that up a little bit too. And if I feel it's not working right, it'll stay black and white. Doesn't really matter. But then I'll do a trade, and I'll decide at that point if I'm going to do a Kickstarter or not, or just do a print on demand with that one as well, just to get it out there.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to see that. That'll be nice, and that kind of puts a nice end to that book to say it's complete.
And if I revisit the characters again, which I have some ideas for, it'd be not individual issues, but more like between 50 and 70 page graphic novels that tell a more complete story, a little more detailed story, and kind of go from there and just start going that route instead of individual issues. So
yeah,
but we did the same thing, anywhere from 24 to 30 pages, whatever it was. We just told the story.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be cool. I can't wait to see it. So you're hoping for Motor City?
Yeah, I still got a lot of work to do, so I'll be working on that tomorrow and Thursday this week.
Nice.
I got a few days next week to work on it in between day job and just trying to crank it out. I probably got about another 12 pages to pencil, and then once I get everything scanned in, I'll digitally ink and color it and get it lettered and go from there. And that'll take a little time, but I should hopefully be able to get it done. And I may have to put a little rush, pay a little extra to have some issues at Motor City just to have them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll have stuff like I said, getting ready for trades. I don't have any shows after Motor City until San Diego. I'm going to try to take some trades of that along with, we should have the trades of Crimson Shadows for that as well.
Yeah.
And then going forward, try to stick more towards taking trades to shows than individual issues. So,
yeah, nice. Yeah, the trades are really nice. And, from a vendor standpoint, I don't know. I think from a collector standpoint, they probably like the issues better, I'm guessing. Yeah. But from a vendor standpoint, it's far easier for us to deal with one book like this than 4 different books, and then you got to bag and board them all, and it's just different. It's a different animal for both of them. There's pros and cons to each, and
right.
But there's something rewarding about the trade as the creator to see it all in one. It just looks like so much more,
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing with being an independent publisher too is it's nice to have issues stuff like that, but we did very well, I thought, with the shows we had coming out of COVID, and then Kickstarters and everything else. But definitely, a lot of people are like, well, if you had a graphic novel of it, I'll just wait for that. So, which have been waiting. Now's the time. Come on, man.
Now's the time. I know we've had everyone telling us they've been waiting. So where are you? Let's get you in there.
Yeah.
And, but it, as a reader, a comic book issue as a reader, it takes no time to read a comic book. So having something meaty like this, you have a nice reading session ahead of you. Maybe even a couple reading sessions to get through the whole thing and really soak it in. So it's you can immerse yourself more. Whereas the issue by issue, you read an issue and then you got to wait a couple months before the next one, or in some cases a year before the next one. Yeah. So it's a little harder to really immerse yourself. So the feedback we get is just so good from people. So if you haven't tried Crimson Shadows, heck, even if you don't want all this, just do a digital copy to get a test sampling, see if you like it, and if you like it enough, contact me privately and I can sell this to you, and I'll ship it out to you. It won't be the same as when you do it through their Kickstarter, though. You'll get better rewards through the Kickstarter because you're getting the power of the everything being done at once. So it's a lot more efficient for us, and to put everything together. So that's what I think.
Yeah.
But if you do want the sketch covers, let me remove this for a second.
Yeah.
So these are some of the fast sketches I did, and I did some time-lapse videos of them. So here's a police officer coming across one of the crime scenes here, looking rather surprised. So if you buy a sketch cover either through the early bird special or any of the other ways, or through the add-ons,
mm-hmm.
If you request this cover, as long as no one else has grabbed it yet, you can do it. And as of right now, no one has requested any of them. So these are all available as of now. So here's the police constable. We have Adam Frankenstein. We have Sherlock Holmes. We have one of the plague doctors. And then we have Wretched Realms. I did Death in a cowboy costume, cowboy outfit.
Yeah.
So those are available. And like I said, if you go to my social media pages, you'll see the time-lapse videos posted of me doing them. Each one was about an hour and 10 minutes, probably on average, to do those. It's just marker and ink. So there we go.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, big face screen.
Yeah. Nobody wants to see that.
Whoa. So if anybody is watching, if you have any questions about the project, feel free to ask them in the comments. We'd love to talk about it. If you have questions about Kickstarter, we can talk about that as well. We got 13 minutes to go here.
Yeah.
How about
See,
I
this
do
is
a
where
quick...
this is where we need that clip from UHF. You know, who's you wait for last minute? Now it's the last minute.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Well, and like for this one, we have roughly 80 people watching it, but about 20 of them backed it. So it's like, what are you other 60 doing? Get over there. Go. Now, some of them are other creators will follow a project because they're just curious to see, you know, how did it do, or they're trying to track it because it might be similar to their own project. So they're trying to keep an eye on it just to, you know, take their own personal notes. And I've done that too as well. Usually I don't follow them though. I just know who they are and I just keep going back and checking on them. But if I don't think I'll remember them, I'll follow them so I can do that. So that's probably some of them. But I doubt we have 60 creators following us who hasn't backed it. So some of you out there, you can get in there still.
Yeah.
Grab your rewards.
Yeah, you know, it's been just a fun book to work on.
Yeah.
So
And then like we said, tomorrow we got Odd Musings with Randy Zimmerman coming in.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me share this real quick.
Yeah.
We'll step off and Randy's, and we'll share this over here. Is their stuff is through fundmycomic.com.
Yes.
So we can get a link to you guys. We'll do that during the show tomorrow too.
It's a nice little crowdfunding site that's a good alternative to Kickstarter if you want.
Yeah. Now they're doing adapting and it's in public domain now, a original story by Robert E. Howard, which is a Conan story, The Shadow Kingdom.
Yeah. Wait, is that already live?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know it was live yet.
Yeah. They got.
I thought the unveiling was our show.
No. He was already launching on the 1st, and then we're
okay.
Come on.
I'll have to go back it.
Yeah, April 13th, 38 days ago. They're 22% of the way. They're looking to raise $5,000.
Very good.
And it's a all or nothing type thing, so they need to get $5,000 for it to be printed.
Yeah, so it's like Kickstarter in that way, whereas Indiegogo, they do have an all or nothing option, but you can also do just whatever you make, you make.
And I think Fund My Comic has that option as well. I haven't looked into it too much. I know our friend Eric's talked about these guys and a couple other people. So this is
Eric has done phenomenal on Fund My Comic. He's done really good.
So, but yeah, this one here is like the first 50 backers, which they've only got 23 backers now. We'll get a free signed and numbered color print of the cover. Nice. It's from Arrow Comics, which Randy's had that for over 30 years now, 40 years. Jeez, long time actually. Yeah. A lot of different options. Limited edition, limited run for the $25 one. The $35 one has the full color print. And then, of course, they got other options for different prints, multiple copies of the book. They have a sketch plus, books plus sketch cover or sketch option. The original page art's available. They also have original splash art. So a lot of cool stuff. And if you look at the artwork that's scrolling there also on the side there, this is done like a classic comic. It feels like something that came out of the 60s and 70s that was doing a lot of the Conan stuff and things like that. But it's all original artwork that they've worked on. And this was done by Randy Zimmerman and Russ Leach.
Nice.
So two guys have been in the industry for a long time. They've done very well. So
yeah,
a lot of cool stuff.
They put out quality stuff. And Randy, you know, not only does the book have the look of the classic comics, Randy truly is an expert on the history of comics. And I mean, he knows every story under the sun. I think half of them he is actually part of like every story out there regarding comics. Somehow he's connected. Yeah. And so he not only understands the art styles of those classic comics, but also the philosophy, the tone, the storytelling of those classic comics. And that's what he's going to carry forward into this. So it'll still feel like classic Conan. It's not going to feel like somebody's fan fiction version.
Right. And Randy does a couple live podcasts on video, which you should be able to find online. I'm not sure.
Yep. If you're an early bird like me, you'll see him at 5 a.m. It has one. I don't know if they do a couple different ones, but he has one where like they have the camera on a old comic. It looks like original pages almost. I don't know if it's just a black and white comic or he's looking at original art, but they flip through and they're reading the comic as they go through. And I find that's really a cool way to do that too.
Yeah, and that's that's one of the things he does because they like to talk about the classic comics. They go through those. They discuss. He's got guys at one of the shows they pop on from over in England. Because for them it's like 9-10 in the morning, and he's popping on at 5 o'clock or whatever, 10-11. So definitely, a lot of cool stuff, and you definitely learn a lot about that. So
yeah,
I'm trying to see if I can find some of his podcast stuff.
Yeah, if you find it, throw it up.
Here we go. Yeah, was live, and I don't know if he does this, but it's but yeah, 4 days ago they were live, so that would have been probably Friday or Saturday. And they were talking about a contract with
Friday.
God and another testament, and so
nice.
It's a lot of cool stuff there, and then things like that. So I don't know if he has a dedicated fan page for these. We'll have to ask him that tomorrow.
Yeah, good question for him. As far as I've seen, it's only through. I think he just does it on his regular page.
Yeah. Let's see if they have another page and get that linked out too. But yeah, you can follow Randy. Just look up Randy Zimmerman. Here, I'll show you. This is what his.
Yeah, here. Let's throw up his.
Yeah, if you find Randy, it's gonna be. Here we go. Where's it? Share tab. There we go. Blah blah blah. And there it is. So look for Randy Zimmerman Zim. You'll see Arrow Comics all over it, and you can just try to friend him if he's got anything left. I think he does a few, but you can also just follow. There's ways of doing that. You click the friends and just follow. It'll say follow. If you didn't want to actually friend him, and you'll see his posts, things like that. But he's got the Arrow Comics page too, and I bet you that one's too, where you can see some of Arrow Comics page. Will have some of his posts and the videos and at different times, things like that. So, but a lot of cool stuff. I think he's done a lot of comics over the years. I mean, heck, in just the last several years too, he's done even more. So,
yeah.
Oh, hey, we're about there, man.
Yeah, we're on the final 5 minutes.
We're both fighting over it. I'll put it up. You put it up.
I just posted the link one more time. We're in the final 5 minutes.
Hit a refresh. I think it's less than that.
Let's see. Refresh. It's fresh. It's so fresh. There we go.
Because I got 6:58 here. So it must be like 7:03 or something like that. It's going to end.
Oh, it does say 7:03.
Yeah.
That's interesting. How did it end up at 7:03?
Might have been when you click start originally. So
maybe.
I was out of town when you did that.
I thought I set a specific time.
Ooh.
Oh, well.
Kickstarter said, screw you, Scott. You will go on our time.
I don't think I did pick a. You know what? I think I picked number of days from start because I was surprised to see a 7 o'clock deadline because usually I pick 8.
Yeah.
I like to pick 8 o'clock as my deadline. And I'm like, why would I pick 7? But now it makes sense. So I had a set number of days and I launched at 7:03 p.m. So that's what it did. All right. Well, that's how I screwed it up.
Oh, there you go.
I'm going to have to yell at my IT department. Oh, wait, that's me.
As I tell people, they go, when I say something, I got to check with the boss. That's me. I'll see if I like myself today or not.
Right.
When people talk about bosses being a hard taskmaster, yeah, mine's a real jerk too.
Yep. But we did have about $400 or $500 donated today. So
good.
That was good. So we had a little bit of activity going on. Just got 3 minutes to go.
Yeah.
This is where it gets exciting. I won't mind if anyone wants to go in with a $2,000 pledge just to make my day. That would be nice.
Yeah. Be like the best tip I ever got was $400 unshipped and didn't expect it.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Faux show.
Oh yeah. So come on, someone drop $4,000.
$4,000. And if we hit $8,000, you can get a lot of rewards there for $4,000. Just if you don't have time to pick all the items, just do a $4,000 pledge, and off afterwards we can talk about what you can put, what extra items you can throw in, because it might take you a while to spend 4,000. So just do 4,000 flat donation. I'll work with you. I can, for 4,000, I'll even do a custom cover and a limited run for you.
There you go.
It'll be exclusive to you, a 1-of-1 cover.
Yeah.
Or if you want 10 issues with your cover on it, with your face on there, being attacked by Dracula, I can do that for you for $4,000.
Well, all right.
Yeah, I would definitely do that for $4,000.
Yeah. You know, that's what Kevin and I were talking about. The comic shops was doing a couple. One of them had a exclusive Thundercats show this past weekend. We're talking about what that costs to do, and you know, and pretty much anybody could do a exclusive cover through a lot of different companies like Marvel, DC, or I think this was Dynamite or whoever's doing the Thundercats, and it's not cheap though. I mean,
Right.
You got to pay for the print run, pay for the artwork, for the cover. You still got to pay the company a certain amount for the rights to have that issue, but then you have your own exclusive limited edition issue.
Right.
Which is kind of cool.
Oh, we have the countdown going.
Yep.
We're in the final seconds now.
Yep. Get to watch the confetti in about 104 seconds.
That's why we do this, for the confetti.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I have a countdown, the final countdown is in my head. The Detroit Pistons.
Oh, yeah.
It's the final countdown.
Well, that was a big thing for the longest time with the Bad Boys era.
Yeah, I mean, if you live in the Michigan area, it's synonymous with the Pistons Bad Boys, that song.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
70 seconds. Who's going to make our day? Who's going to swoop in and do something? $10 even. We'll even be happy with $10.
Yeah.
Or if you've made a pledge, swoop in and increase what you have. We'll allow that. All right. 48 seconds. It's not the same, though. We need Kevin on here. I think Kevin gets the most excited for the confetti.
Yeah. Kevin's probably watching. I know he's at one of his kids has got a sporting event tonight.
Ah.
That's those winter mixing in the spring sports. It's like every other night now.
Yeah, for sure. 25 seconds.
Yeah. This is like those eBay auctions, you know. But you don't have to wait till the last minute for this. Just pledge. You're good. You'll win.
Right. Exactly. All right. Last 5.
Yeah. There we go.
And here it comes. Boo! Confetti everywhere. All right, guys. It is successfully completed. We are funded.
Yep.
Now the run begins on my end to finish prepping everything for this printing company we've got selected. We did a lot of searching. I'm very happy with where we ended up. So we'll get that an artist proof copy printed up to make sure the settings work with their printer the way we want. And then it's just kicking off the final order and then delivering it to all you. So we thank you for your support. 14th Kickstarter is now successfully completed.
All right.
Well, that's awesome. Yep. Yeah. So, well, thanks for joining in, Brett.
Yeah. I was glad I had a chance to pop on here. So
yeah, and we'll be back on tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
Eastern time.
Anything before we sign out here?
No, join us tomorrow. We're gonna have a great show
for sure. All right, folks. Have a good night.
Bye.